Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. I've got some embellishment ideas to share in this video, and these are using offcuts of scrapbook paper, but it could be done with any type of offcut. So when you're folding pages over to make a journal, usually you'll end up with a strip like this, or when you're going about making the journal you might be left with all different sizes of offcuts. So plenty of those. I'm sure you have lots of these scraps, and I try to maximize as much of the papers as I can, to try and not waste the paper, also to save on money and all that kind of thing, and to try to create something fun that looks beautiful and creative and different. So the first idea is using them to make journal cards, and yeah, you need a bit of a bigger sized offcut for these ones, although you can make smaller journal cards, and these could easily be transformed into collage pieces or tags, but that's just a base idea. And I love the idea that you can then like, that's just got a really pretty picture, so I'll probably leave that if it was in a journal, and then use the back to journal on, or stick ephemera. You could stick your own papers over the top and journal over that, or use them for collages, as I said. So that's the first idea. Second one is making tags out of them, and you can do this with any size scrap really. You can make itty bitty little tags, or bigger tags depending on, there's a little one, depending on the size of the offcut. And you can make narrow ones, wide ones, tall ones, short ones, so you can have a bit of a play making all different sizes. So I'll just give you a quick look at these. And sometimes I do have trouble deciding when I get to an offcut how I want to use it, if I want to use it as a journal card or a tag, or what I'll show you next. And sometimes I also have trouble deciding which side I like the best, the front or the back. So that's just a look at the back too. And I love making all these in one go, because then you have a whole stash that you can just shove into a journal later on. Or what I hope to do with these ones is make a few more ephemera folders. So, and then I've got heaps of things that I can stick into them. These ones are the embellished paper clips, or altered paper clips, and I'm pretty sure I've done a tutorial on this before. I'll link it below if you're interested in seeing that, but like really basic. Just get the offcut, put it through the paper clip, fold it over, and I staple it down. And then you can do some fancy things like add some lace and collages, and like you could do that for all these embellishments, but I've just gone super simple for now, and it's a base, and if I want to add things later I can. You can add little bits of ephemera to them, add some sewing, or just glue it down, or with a staple. I really like the staple because it's just so quick and easy. And same thing here, you've got the front and the back as well. And yeah, you can clip in your tags or the journal cards that you made into the journal, or some other pieces that you have. But I love the idea of using just the scraps and offcuts to embellish a journal. Like, how fun is that? So a whole bunch here. Yes, I was watching the tennis last night and today, and I've just been making these embellishments while I've been watching the tennis. Very fun to do. And then the last idea is something that I have come up with, a bit new and different. I'm sure someone has done it out there. I've seen similar things, haven't quite seen exactly this one, but I'm sure someone's done it. So if you know of anyone who has, link it below. I'd love to see and check it out. This is what I've created though. I don't know what to call it, but it's designed to be a tuck spot, a decorative tuck spot in a journal page, on a journal page, and I suppose, I don't know, scrap collage type thing. And I'll grab a journal and just show you how it kind of works. So I make them all with tabs. They don't have to have a tab, but I just think it's kind of fun that it will hang off the page with a tab. So, ooh, sorry. And so you can kind of see it there on the other side. And then that's the decorative element. And let's grab a journal card. And you just find a tuck. You can tuck it here. You can tuck it down here. Or a tag, and just have fun. You could even fill it up with a whole bunch of different things. So yeah, you could have fun with that. Anyway, I had fun making these, so I'll give you a look at them all. And I do them by theme, kind of, well, sort of. This one's more pink themed, this one's blue, more blue. And here's my little tab. This is upside down, so it would go on this side. Let's put it over here. So put my tab on the side of the page, and then got my little tuck spot here again, or there. You can just like play around with where you want to put things and load it up, or just put one thing behind it. Then we have, yeah. I went a bit crazy. Some of them are bigger than others, some are smaller, some have heaps and heaps of scraps on it, others just have a few. And I guess you could just use it for decoration by itself and stick a note paper or scrap papers or anything behind it, or I don't know, this one's more of a brown one, I suppose. And you could always cut it down, so depending on the page I might cut that a bit further down. And yeah, just experimenting. There's the tab there. I really like that tab, actually, that size tab, so it sticks out there. Just experimenting with how it would look on a page, and I'll probably work out my best way of doing it, whether it's more elements or fewer, or and how I structure it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'll have a play and see what works best. So again, well, you get the idea now. So, but I'm kind of having fun seeing where things go and how they peek out, and could do it diagonal if you want to see the butterfly. Yeah, I really like it. So you could also, of course, put them together with sewing or with glue, and you could also cover it up, you know, collage it on top of this with some laces and some ephemera. But again, I just wanted to do super basic for this and use it as a starting point. See, I like this one. I think I like the simple ones better. I don't know. Sometimes I had to collage lots and lots together because the pieces were so small, like so narrow, so it didn't really make... I like this one. Yeah. I think that's a good way to work it out. I think I may have, when I created it, thought it was too simple, but I don't know. I think simple is good, isn't it? So this one over here. And it's a bit like Tetris. I'm looking at this and it's like trying to fit all the blocks together, all different shapes. But yeah, I really like it. Just for something different. Yeah, never done this before. And it does decorate the page, and it looks cool by itself, I reckon. Just these things by themselves, the combinations, the colours. Look at this one. It's like steps or something, a pyramid. But again, I like this size tab. I really quite like that smaller size. So that's good to know. Yeah, it's kind of fun. And I suppose you could experiment also with ripping the edges instead of... I just went real blocky. If I had a diagonal, I was like, nope, you're going straight now. You're going to be a square. So this one's got one of those longer tabs. And see these narrow pieces? Gives it a different look. But I think I like that too. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. This one. Yeah, that's cool too. I like it. This one I had a bit of trouble, and oh, let's see. That one's gonna slide over, so I need to staple that. And yeah, I do want to get more into staples. Johanna Ko used staples a lot, and I always watch her videos and think, oh yeah, I should use more staples. So this is me using more staples. I've gone a bit staple happy. But there's another one. I thought I would do a mini tutorial, just a quick one, to show you how I put this together. I mean, it's, you know, simple, you can see how I've done it, but if you're like me and collages are kind of out of your comfort zone, this might help. So I've done a pre-prepared one just to show you how I construct it. So I do play around with what overlaps with what, if it goes under or over, and just that adds the interest. So this one goes down the bottom, then I've layered that one here, and I do kind of alternate the shapes, so one square, one long piece, going for another square piece, and then another long piece over the top, and then this was my little tab, I think. So then it's just about placement, and you can always trim these down later. Ooh! That happens a lot. So yeah, I'll probably trim that down a bit later. I think I want you up higher. So it's kind of tricky to hold it all in place because the offcuts are so short behind. But I do need to have a look at what it looks like first. Alright, I'm just going to go with that. I think sometimes you just have to not overthink it, but I tend to be, yeah, bit of a detail freak, and I think it through a lot and how it looks. But with scraps, I don't think you need to do that so much. Alright, and I try to put the staple in a central spot where it may get everything, but obviously that's not going to happen all the time. So just going to flip it around and get this one. And then this one here I'm going to use as my little tab off the side of the page, and it gives an extra layer. And then I might catch them all if I manage to get it here. So yeah, really simple, and that's what I love about these embellishments, is that it is really quick and you're using up scraps. Let's do one more, shall we? We'll see how we go. So here's my scrap collection, and I just love seeing it all disappear. Oh, it's so good when you get down to the last scrap and you're like, yes, I used it all. Okay, so I'm going to go for a blue one, I think, next. So, alright. I do like having a contrast of narrow versus wide. So this is where I go quiet and start thinking. Alright, hang on. Now I am thinking about what can show up, so if I put that there, I'm covering up a lot of the blue. So I swap it over, and now you can see much more of the blue. Alright. Just looking for more blue pieces if I have any. Might have to cut this section here. Okay, got my blue. So I might put you here. Again, you can always trim it down later. And you... Might put you here. Oh, sorry, I'm on screen. Okay, maybe up higher. Maybe more across. And then... And sometimes I just want to include every single bit of blue that I can find, but it's not actually feasible. Alright, hang on. I'm just going to staple right here and hopefully that will catch most things. Woohoo! Because my hand was getting sore there holding all that together. Alright, and even that just by itself actually looks fine. So I may just leave it. I feel like I like the simple ones better. And then that might be my tab. That's a really long tab, so I've learned also that I like shorter tabs, it appears. So if I put you here, and then I just want to staple it down. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, so there is another I don't know what to call it. If you have a name for this, let me know in the comments. Or if this is already something done, what do they call it? Because, yeah, I don't know what to call it. Scrap embellishment, collage, tuck spot. I don't know. Let me know your ideas. But that is just how simple it is. And there's another, I don't know what to call it, scrap tuck embellishment. But yeah, I hope that was helpful to see some ideas using offcuts. Let me know which one you liked the most and definitely have a play. And if you know of any other ways to use offcuts, I'm sure there are tons out there. Let me know as well, because it's definitely fun to use up scraps and use them in a creative, fun way that will make a journal look much more interesting and beautiful. So yeah, hope you liked this and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. See you guys in the next video. Bye!